You know how we will watch children do certain things and we laugh at them, because it's cute, right? And they're not adults. They're not expected to carry themselves a certain way. So, they'll do things that can be like disrespectful if an adult does it. But we let them rock because they're babies, right? That's how women are dealt with into adulthood. Much isn't expected of women, right? Women are expected to be homemakers, be nurturers, be baby portals, you know, all of the things that support men in remaining in power. That's what is expected of women. This is why nobody says anything about your behaviors. This is why women don't understand how they are disrespectful to each other and to men. There's a lot of things that, I understand why men can be dismissive of women. I'm not saying it's right, I'm saying I understand, right? Because there are times where women will say and do things, and it's wild to me because she doesn't even know how she looks, right? And if you correct women, you'll be fighting all the time because women are so far gone, right? And that's because no one ever cared enough to tell you about yourself, right? A lot of times when you say, well, why didn't he just tell me? It's because he never gave a damn, honey. He never cared, honey. You were there to serve a purpose, and you were serving the purpose. So he took what came with the benefit. The reason why the coach is so hard on that one player or the teacher is so hard on that one student is because they see the potential in that player and that student. And the rest of the team and the rest of the class is just kind of along for the ride. They don't really pour into them because they're just there to participate. That is how women are dealt with. Unfortunately for women, in order for them to want to reflect, men have to tell them things. Because when women tell women about themselves, they accuse you of hating them. They say disparaging things about you. They start a smear campaign. They'll put your life in danger. They'll put your children in danger. Don't ever think women are on some high moral code. They're not. Women will destroy your children if they could. Right? And because men don't tell you about yourselves, men don't tell you about your awkward behaviors and your disrespectful ways, because you're not expected to be any better. See, this is what women don't understand.
I mean, she's hitting it on the head. She is hitting it on the head. I mean, if we're looking at a lot of women today, a lot of women go unchecked. A lot of women put hands on men because they never been told, hey, you should be doing that. A lot of women go crazy on men because they feel they can get away with that stuff because they've never had repercussions for their actions. Right. So, once again, and this is where you have your women who are manipulative. This is where you have your women who can antagonize you. Right. They will sit here and they will constantly keep trying to try to force you into doing something, man, that you would regret. Right. That you would definitely regret. And then this is where you go inside the woman's head. You end up arguing with this woman. You go back and forth with her. And now you are in trouble. A lot of women have inflated egos, man. A lot of women try to do whatever they want, when they want, and they expect other people to just accept it. And when men don't want to deal with it, they try to shame men. When women are willing to correct you, then somehow, some way, it's a pick me, or they don't know what they're talking about. And then she brings up the fact that, well, listen, I mean, she gives you the football analogy. She gives you the coach analogy, right? Listen, people. Right, well, she gives you the teacher analogy, but I'll give you the coach analogy. If the coach is constantly on your neck You should be happy about that. If the coach is constantly micromanaging you, he's putting a lot of expectations on you, he's just constantly on your back, that is something that you should be happy about because he sees something in you. He wants to see you do better. But the coaches will always say that you should have you should have an issue. You should, start to sense a problem when coaches aren't saying anything to you. Because when coaches aren't saying anything to you, that means they done pretty much gave up on you. They don't care what you got going on. And that's what people are trying to tell women. But your women live in a world where they believe that, hey, all women are 10s, all women deserve love. And sad to say, but men don't think that way. Men are looking at a lot of these women and they're just saying, well, look, there are some women that deserve some wee wee. There are some women that deserve some loving. Once again, and the women who who men look at as just deserving of wee wee, these women are looking at themselves as somebody that's deserving of love. And once again, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way for every damn woman. But once again, you have to. Life is going to humble women, or a bunch of other people are going to humble that lady and let her know that, hey, listen, you are not what you think you are. You are not the cream of the crop. But let's continue.
I pick my mentees because I see something in them, right? And when nobody sees anything in you and you don't show that potential, you don't show that value, you're just along for the ride. You can be of use to them. I spoke about this before. You can be of use to someone but not be valuable, right? For a lot of women, you think you're valuable to your man. You're not. You're just useful. If you take yourself out the picture and put a woman in that does the exact same things you do, he would love her too. And this is not a dig at women. I'm not saying you're bad people, because I got to say this. You know why? Because women are in that permanent dwarf state of insecurity. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying that not much is expected of you. That's why you can get well into your age, your big ages, and not understand how you show up in the world. I spoke about the war on womanhood the other day, right? And this is a continuation of that. The war on womanhood is not coming from men. It's coming from women. Because the fact is, if you show up differently, if you require more, and it's not requiring more from men, because women treat other people as men who are courting them. Women want to be prioritized, courted in ways. Women only view things from their perspective. They don't consider other people. That's why they'll get angry with people for not showing up how they want them to show up. They don't consider how they participate or don't in the relationship. Women treat the world as they want men. They treat men who want to pursue them, who pursue them. It's a very selfish, one-sided way. And this is why you don't consider how you show up in the world. You don't consider how your behaviors are off-putting. And this is not for young women. This is women of all ages. I see this in women of all ages, where I'm thinking like, damn. The fact is, a lot of people, for many of you, nobody cared enough to correct you. Like, that's the problem. And when you get someone who cares, you burn her at the stake. And I get it. It's for a lot of reasons. You feel embarrassed, all these things. You've gotten yourself in situations you can't get yourself out of. But people watch your behaviors and watch the results of your behaviors. And this is why nobody corrects you, because you just are who you are. And they'll use you, but you won't be of value. And that's the problem with women who run to men to cover them, right? Wives and women who look for that. Now, many of you need that, but the problem is you get stuck in just performing for that one person. When you are a woman who's not under the covering of a man, you got to go out and get it for yourself. you got to be valuable to the world. You got to show the world why you deserve what you deserve. For women, for wives, you only have to show that one man. So you are not valuable in the world. You only are valuable to him. And you may not even be valuable to him. You may just be useful. Because value is irreplaceable. If you have something, like, we can all be replaced. Like, don't get it twisted. We can all be replaced. But for somebody who offers value, that's not replaceable. You can put anybody in any position, but will they be the value that the environment needs, the community needs? Right? So women are in a space where it dwarfs you. This is why women have been fighting the patriarchy for decades, for equality, because it's how you show up. Men don't have the power to give you any of these things. Asking men for things they don't have the power to give you. And you show time and time again that if you were given it, you wouldn't know what to do with it. I wrote a post on Facebook yesterday and I said, I understand why men keep women under control. I totally get it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying I get it. I understand why women must be kept almost caged. Why men have to be the adults in a lot of women's situations, because women do not know how to police themselves, meaning keep themselves under control, right? Or you have, the way it's done is you'll have like one or two women and they're like the bullies of the group, right? The head of the group is very like teenage. Just watch any teenage show. It's always that one girl, and every group has that, and the women just follow behind, and they just give in to the one person. She may not even be of value. She's not teaching you how to be like a woman in the world, or how to, be gracious and command respect instead of demand. Women demand respect, and nobody gives you respect like that.
Hey, yo, sis is on one. Sis right now is on one. She is saying that, listen, man, a lot of your women, they will definitely destroy their children's lives. They do it all the time, right? When you look at a lot of your single mothers who alienate the children from their father, once again, you're pretty much destroying that child's life. You're keeping that child away from his father. Why? Because you're spiteful, because you feel some type of way about him, because you don't want to see him happy, you don't want to see him thriving with his child. It's sick. It's sad, man. And this is the stuff that men have to go through every single day. This is stuff that men have to go through every single day. And it's refreshing seeing a sister be able to talk about this stuff. Because once again, man, when you have other sisters out here, they will sit here and call this woman a pick-me. They will sit here and call this woman a pick-me. And as she stated, when you have a woman who wants to say something or correct another sister, it becomes an issue. This sister doesn't know what she's talking about. It's this sister this sister that, this sister this sister that. Once again, man, you're going to be the reason for your own downfall. That's just a fact. You're going to be the reason for your own downfall, and there's nobody to blame but yourself. So many women get away with, as she stated before, so many women get away with stuff because they're women, because they believe that they have the beauty, because they are entitled. Society has allowed women to be entitled. You see it every single day. The fact that a woman can sit here and lie on a man and just get away with it. Once again, entitled. Stuff is going to get old, man. Stuff is going to get old. But y'all guys, let me know down below, what do y'all guys think about what this sister has to say? Because, I mean, as I stated before, man, this sister's on one, bro. She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she is talking about. She obviously seen some stuff, and she probably has some friends that are just like your modern day women. Once again, man, do me a huge favor. Let me like, let me comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.